Welcome back to Friday Crypto. Today we're going to look at Bitcoin on the daily chart. We're going to focus on support levels. We're going down, so focus on support. When we're going up, we can look at resistance. But until then, shut up, sit down, and watch. So we got three levels in front of us here. First and foremost, the green level. Why green? Because we're already there, and it's still no cause for concern yet. We could flip back to the upside in the green, anywhere in the green, relative just under 36K, and we're still okay. All right, the yellow. Why the yellow? Well, we're getting down to the brass tacks, as they say. I don't know what that means. Someone tell me what the hell that means. Brass tacks. Get the hell out. The two candles, right? We only have two candles. There's only one Bitcoin candle, and quite some time, right? We had to go way back in history to see back when we were low. That was 183 days plus ago. Okay, we're talking about like 6 months. Since we've seen those prices. So yellow, it's time to get cautious at that level. If we break, we have a daily close right around the 35K level, and we have wicks down here, right? If we want to double bottom here and still remain, relatively okay, we could come down into the yellow. Now, we might look down a little bit lower and we have a massive red level, right? We've seen this. I'm sure you've seen these levels before, right? Going all the way over back to almost 2020 when we started making these bottoms here. Okay, again back in June. Okay, so this would be our edge of our seat, high alert, caution. If we lose this level, in my opinion, we're looking at another 6 to 12 months of just either consolidation or bearish sentiment, plain and simple. So that is a huge bridge that we'd have to go under, but if we get there, then it's time to pay attention in a very big way. Green and yellow, whatever. Okay. I'm not really concerned until we get down to the red. If we get down to the red, we could really go down to, 28, 29K and still, be okay. In my opinion, this would take some time to get down here. I don't think we're going to just over the next week get down to this level. Although, is there a chance that we could do that? Is there any way possible? Of course. One of these wicks like this, right? One of these massive wicks, like a 20% daily, just cataclysmic, bungee jump, and your cord's not attached. Okay. So we could potentially do that. How far do we have to go down to get to this red area? I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look. From current prices, we're about what 13%. We get into the devil's hour here. Okay, so let's hope for that. At the bottom of the box, we could potentially go down another, roughly what are we looking at? 24% or so from these prices. 24%. Now that would be pretty astonishing, right? So from our highs, where are we right now? We are down already 45% for Bitcoin. Okay, to get down to each level, to the bottom of the green, we're almost 50%. Bottom of the yellow, we're over 50%. And the bottom of the red, we're approaching a hot 60% off the Bitcoin total. Okay. So do we fall under that? Like I said, if we do, anything's possible. But you can see there's not a whole lot of ledges to grab onto under this. This is a huge ledge. If you miss this, hope you get a parachute. Okay. So mountain climbers, we're approaching the base of the mountain. You don't want to fall off the base. Okay, so enough of the retarded analogies. Let's keep going. Now, the positive news, right? So if we continue up here, we're trying to reverse this trend, right? We've been in a downtrend since November. We're trying to do it. Why? How can you say that? Well, we just made a higher high back in the first week of February right here, right? We took this out. So the next step is to put in a higher low. So really, we could come down to the yellow box. That's why this is still okay and still yellow. We don't want to go down here, right? We want it to just, continue back up here. But you notice today how we came down and then we had like a little bounce here. Why did we bounce? Well, look at this level. This is the level we were watching for to, get this inverted head and shoulders pattern that everyone and their brother was talking about right here, and right here, right? This is what we were looking for, and it got invalidated right at that level after we broke that wick. So we came down, broke it. When you break, minor resistance or minor support, I should say, you're going to often back hit that, and then we got rejected like immediately, right off that level, the exact level. It's not a coincidence, okay? And then now we're back down. So we'll see how this candle closes today. But we're kind of at an indecision. It's kind of a spinning top right here right now. So what does that mean? Well, the bulls and bears are battling. Or who's going to continue? In candlestick charting patterns, it's not the one candle that matters. You got to have follow-ups and confirmations. So this is the indecision. Who's going to win if we close today? Right, we don't have to close it today. We still have over 4 hours, depending on when you watch. Let's see where tomorrow's candle starts out, and if we could start to print green and come back up here, what do we want to do? Again, print a higher high, and then, you know, a case could be made that we could potentially be reversing this trend. We've taken out a high. Now, if we can somehow turn around here and print out a higher low, right? Here's a low, higher low, here's a higher high. Now we have to print another higher high to continue this pattern. This is what we want to do, right? We slowly move up. I don't care. A slow move up is better than a slow move down, right? Unless you're a bear or you're shorting the market, then the opposite, right? So that is it in a nutshell for my Bitcoin daily update here. Hopefully that helped you a little bit, at least see kind of what I'm looking at, what you should hopefully be looking at for as far as like these kind of support levels here, right? The green come back. Look at the wick here, right? The candles up here. These aren't just arbitrarily drawn. You want to kind of, instead of like definitive lines like this always. So a lot of people use just lines. I would recommend using like kind of areas and little zones because it's still okay. Not just because you break it with a wick or a one candle doesn't really do a whole lot. So these kind of support zones, let's go with, are the key. So hopefully this helps you out there. Let's get into Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We're still in extreme fear. We've been here for a long time, and we're still making, you know, macro level, lower highs, but we're trying to reverse this trend. This is a whole big picture here. So I have this max picture. So you can see we tried to come up back in, you know, early February and break that kind of 50-ish level. We only did it one day, and you can see just looking at this chart, right, that it's that 50 levels pretty much divides the bulls and bears. Like, we have great pricing going on, and everyone seems to be a little bit happier if we're above that 50 level. You can just look back in time and see it, right? And unfortunately, until we do that, the bears are scary. Okay, so quote of the day: "To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders." Amazing. Car of the day: Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. Roadster. Not Spider. Roadster. No roof. Back. What does Murcielago mean? Anybody know? Maybe you know. Bat. Not like baseball. Like fly. Like fly. The animal? The mammal? Marsupial? What do we got here? Digging myself in my own grave. The bat. It means bat. Look at the bat ears, man. The bat ears come up. Flow that air into the engine. The engine's back here. If you don't know that about Lamborghini, why are you even here? You're not. There's only 2 of you watching. All right. For those 4 of you that are still around, where are we moving to? I'm seriously considering it. Not just because of taxes, but some other reasons. What do we think? I have one of these areas. I'm much more. I'm close. I'm like narrowing it down. Well, one of these is standing way out. If you guess the answer, your first answer, you're going to get something monetarily. Maybe I'll send you like one link. Could be worth $1,000 or something in the future. Maybe I'll send you, I don't know what I'll send you. I'll do something. Maybe you'll just be in my good graces for a free indicator or something special. If you can guess it. Your odds are really good because there's only 4 of you in the running here. Maybe less. Maybe no one's even here anymore. Guess one of those and you get something that you don't have now. How about that? No one else is offering that on a 10-minute boring Bitcoin video. But I am. Which country is Chase likely to move to if he moves? Which one?